What's up guys, it's WWE.19 here with my WWE Extreme Rules 2010 pay-per-view review. This is actually getting a lot of mixed reaction. People are saying this pay-per-view is absolute crap, people are saying this pay-per-view is okay, and people are saying this pay-per-view was great. Now overall, in my opinion, this was a really good pay-per-view. Not as good as last year's Extreme Rules, but it was still good. Nothing extreme, because, you know, all I know it's PG, so nothing extreme to have this pay-per-view. But, let's get to the review. The first match that was originally supposed to start off the show was the street fight, Triple H with Sheamus, but it never started because Triple H's entrance music played, but Triple H never came out, and they went backstage, and Sheamus was actually attacking Triple H backstage with the pipe he had. And then you had Teddy Long come out saying, and all the referee officials coming out, you know, tearing them apart, like, and Teddy's just screaming at Sheamus to stop. And Sheamus eventually just leaves, and Triple H is all getting aided by the officials and everything. But that would have been a great way to start the pay-per-view too, by having the street fight. And that's what I actually want the pay-per-view to start, be the opener, was the street fight. I was actually in Bobby's chat for like 15 minutes before the pay-per-view started. I was like, no, Triple H and Sheamus to start the show off would be awesome. And I thought it was too. I was like, hell yeah, it's going to start the show. But then, you know, it all happened. And then you had Sheamus end up coming out saying how they're the greatest tag team. And now tomorrow on Raw, Bret Hart's going to announce that they're the greatest tag team. Teddy Long comes out and saying that they're going to be in a match, and if they beat them, they get a tag team title match tomorrow at the draft. Miz keeps running his mouth, and Teddy's like, alright, it's going to be 2 teams now. Miz keeps running his mouth, and Teddy's like, no, it's going to be a 3-on-1 tag team gauntlet match now. And then Big Show's all covering his mouth, and first team, and then, you know, the match is going to start. I'm sorry, I got a text, that distracted me, hold on. Alright, it's just my friend texting me about this if I watch the show. But sorry about that. Where was that? Oh yeah, the Gauntlet match. John Morrison and R-Truth ended up coming out first. Stupid. It was boring. You know, it was actually kind of better than the WrestleMania match they had, and it was like a half a minute long too. John Morrison ended up getting DQ'd. We put like a triangle choke on the Big Show on the ropes. They got DQ'd. Then MVP Mark Henry came out. It was like a 20-second match. How did that match even end? Oh yeah, the Big Show ended up knocking out, punching MVP, and the Miz pinned MVP, got the win. And the Hart Dynasty comes out. They come out, Tyson Kidd and David Hart Smith kick Big Show out of the ring, and then immediately hit the heart attack on the Miz and win the match. And they're now going to face Sheamus for the tag team titles tomorrow night at the draft. Overall, not a good match. It was only like a 5-minute gauntlet match, nothing special. Next match you had was what the hell was the next match? Oh yeah, if CM Punk lost, he would have to get his head shaved. CM Punk versus Rey Mysterio. This was really good. This match got a great amount of time. They got about 15 minutes. It was just a great match. The ending I loved because you had some random dude throw a chair into the ring, and the referee's throwing the chair out. And then the random dude that threw the chair into the ring ends up, you know, throwing Rey Mysterio onto the ground. Like, he put him in the powerbomb position, but he goes back, so Rey Mysterio's face goes into the ground first. And the masked guy is probably going to end up being Joey Mercury, so it doesn't matter. That's what I'm hoping. Well, everyone else probably knows. It's probably going to be Joey Mercury, so. And then you had Punk going out the ring, throw Mysterio back in the ring, pick him up and hit the GTS to win the match. Very good match, a lot better than the WrestleMania match. And then you have CM Punk, you know, go back, and he's all sitting in the chair, the barber chair, with the Straight Edge Society, and then Mysterio is all sad and everything, so pretty good match overall. Next match we had was the strap match, Shad Gaspard versus JTG. This match is boring, it was useless. I didn't even want this match on the card. It was too short too, and it was stupid, especially the ending. Like, you had Shad touching the corners, and you had JTT touching the corners when he turned around, because he had JTG strapped around his back. And then when Shad went for the last one, JTG ended up turning around, hitting his finisher, whatever the hell it's called, and then touching the corner to win the match, which pissed me off because Shad had all this momentum, and now they just completely killed it. So really stupid that JTG won. Next match had was the Extreme Rules match for the World Heavyweight Championship. World Heavyweight Champion Jack Sparrow versus Randy Orton. Now, personally, I thought this was a pretty good match. People are doubting this match, saying they're disappointed. I'm not disappointed by the match. I thought the match was pretty good for what it was worth. Especially when every time Spider went to hit Randy with something, Randy knew it was going to happen and he blocked it. Like when he went for hitting them with the chair and Randy just kicked it out of his hand. And when he had the trash can, Randy completely knocked the living shit out of Swagger with those trash cans. Just when you heard it, and the dents in it, man, it was just crazy how it happened. But then in the end, Randy Orton ended up the fuck? Sorry about that. At the end, Randy Orton ended up hitting the double DDT and everything. Not the double DDT, but the rope DDT. And then he ended up getting the chair, setting it up, and trying to go for the RKO. But Swagger pushed him, and Randy went to the chair, and the chair actually like dented like that. Was just awesome. And then Jack Swagger ended up hitting the Gunner powerbomb, hit the 1, 2, 3, and won the match. And after the match, Jack Swagger went outside the ring to celebrate. Randy Orton out of nowhere hits the RKO, and I'm just staring at him walking backstage. And while Randy's walking backstage, freaking Sheamus comes out. Sheamus saying Triple H is forfeiting the match, and now he's a winner. Triple H ends up coming out. They end up fighting. It wasn't really like a street fight, it's just more like a fight at the finish mainly. But it was still a pretty good match. I like this more than the WrestleMania match. And I love the ending too, how Triple H with the pedigree and the ramp, and Triple H just throws him over him, and he hits a bicycle kick. Then he throws Triple H back in the ring, hits the bicycle kick again, and then Triple H goes in the corner. Triple H does a suck it, try the run towards Sheamus. Sheamus hits a bicycle kick again. Triple H gets up. Sheamus runs to the ropes, off the ropes, hit the bicycle kick again. 1, 2, 3, beats Triple H. He hit him with the bicycle kick 4 times in a row. That was just a beast right there. And then he got the win. And then Sheamus went backstage. And then they're putting Triple H on the stretcher, and Triple H is like, no, I'm fine. He's getting up, he's walking toward the back, and right before he got backstage, Sheamus comes out of nowhere and hits the bicycle kick again on Triple H, laying him completely out, and they're putting Triple H on the stretcher, and they go backstage, and the match is over. Overall, pretty good match between Triple H and Sheamus. Next, you had the Extreme Makeover match for the Women's Championship. Women's Champion Michelle McCool versus Beth Phoenix. This is actually a pretty extreme match, if you call it. They actually use the weapons a lot in this match. But at the end, Beth Phoenix end up hitting the, what the hell would you call it, the Grand Slam or something like that? I don't know. She ended up hitting that and winning the women's title. Nothing really special about the match. Next match, you end up having the steel cage match, Edge vs. Chris Jericho, which I thought was a really, really good match. I enjoyed this match a lot, especially towards the end when Chris Jericho was all whining. He's like, no, please don't do it. It's just, he sounded like a little 12-year-old complaining, like, please don't hit me or something like that. It was pretty funny though. But Edge ended up hitting the spear to get the win in the match. There was a lot of spots in this match, like when Chris Jericho jumped off the ropes and grabbed Edge and hit the code breaker. Just a lot of good things in the match. I know I'm rushing with this review. I just want to get it over. How much time I have left? Yeah, I have 2 minutes left, so I can wrap this up quick. But Edge did end up hitting the spear to get to 1, 2, 3 to defeat Chris Jericho. Overall, a pretty good match. I enjoyed the match a lot. And then you had the main event, last man standing match for the WWE Championship. WWE Champion John Cena vs. Batista. Alright, this match overall was really, really slow, like in the beginning, but towards the middle and the end it started speeding up. Because mainly in the beginning, they probably did like a punch or two, and then the ref started counting. And the match really started getting interesting when Batista started bringing all these weapons. And when John Cena went to STF, Batista pushed him, kicked him back, and he went through the table. And it was just great. And then what else happened? You have John Cena applying the STF, choking him out and everything. Then you have John Cena attitude adjusting Batista to the announce table. You have Batista throwing John Cena through the barricade, which completely exploded. Like the whole barricade Batista threw Cena through. No, let me say that one more time. The whole barricade Batista threw Cena through completely exploded. It was just awesome. This match was just a beast. Like, the beginning is really, really slow, but toward the middle and the end, it started getting really, really exciting. But the ending was so hilarious. John Cena takes Batista's legs, he puts them between the pole, and he duct tapes them, so Batista can't get up. It was so funny how it happened. I was cracking up. And then Batista did not get up, and then the ref counted 10, and John Cena retained the WWE title in a really good match. And it was pretty funny. I don't know if anyone heard this, but some kid said, Batista, I hate you, and Batista said, I hate you too. That was hilarious.